Good evening, I'm Matthew Hoelscher with Parent Marriage Coaching, and today I'll be talking about how to make love last in a marriage. See, I'm a real selfish guy. I left South Dakota when I was 24 years old to move to Florida to go scuba diving every weekend. I left my family, I left my friends, and when I met this beautiful woman named Andrea, I told her, either you're going to learn to scuba dive or you're not going to see me on the weekends. She chose wisely. 6 years later, we had two beautiful twins, and I started a family, and I learned that I couldn't be selfish anymore. Even though after about 7 years together, we had lost that connection. You know, the picture you saw before was the one on Facebook, but anyone who's been married with a couple of kids knows that this is really what marriage feels like. All right, and that's me sitting in the chair while she's doing a lot of the work. Actually, she was at work, and I had a big transformation because I wanted to be home with the kids. I didn't want to travel and be a road warrior anymore. And that decision led us to breaking our emotional connection to the point where it felt like this every time we hugged. We were there. We were in front of each other, but we had lost that passion. We'd lost that love. And so I went on a quest looking for what it is. And what I found is what we know is in the brain, we have separate areas for desire or lust, romance, and attachment. And those are all matched with chemicals in our brain that get us really high. Who here has been in love? And we know Paula did when she found Chuck, right? We had a couple of good stories of love. And there's this chemical high that goes with it because Mother Nature wants us to reproduce and make baby. That is our prime directive, to live long enough to make baby. We've associated that with marriage and love, but it doesn't work because after you have baby, there's this thing called hedonic adaptation. It pretty much means any woohoo or ding ding that you're not married to is more exciting than the woohoo or ding ding that you are married to. And it creates a lot of problems. We lose that chemical high. So instead of being monogamous and thinking that one person will last a long time, we become kind of monogamish. Meaning, well, I'll just keep it to one partner at a time, or in my marriage coaching business, maybe one or two partners at a time. So what it comes down to is that the power to change. And I had to change from being a selfish individual to learning how to love my kids, and how to love my wife, and how to make that last, because that does take effort. And the effort isn't hard work, it's just hard to understand that we are love. Love is not in the brain, love is in the heart. Love is what we are. I define love as unconditional acceptance. It's the love we feel for our kids, but it's hard to express that to our partners because our partners are a choice, and we can always unchoose them. But instead of doing that, I want to share with you the 3 ways to make your partner feel loved so that you can make it last in your marriage. The first one is called effort. Who here wants to do my laundry after the show tonight? Nobody? Why, you want to come clean my house? I guess you don't love me. Right? Because love is that effort. The things we do day to day makes us feel loved. And sometimes you have to be a little bit more creative and just spend time with your partner. Put a little thoughtful effort into getting a gift and not just a gift card at Publix at the checkout. Actually pay attention. And actually plan a date night. Get on Yelp. Find a good place to go. Other people feel love through words of appreciation. Actually verbalizing what they do. It's not the effort. It's not, Mom, thanks for the perfectly balanced dinner you just cooked us. Right? It's not the dinner itself. It's the fact that you verbalize it. And to make those people feel loved, you got to feed them lots of Oreo cookies. You give them a little appreciation. Hey, thanks for cooking dinner. Suggestion for improvement. Hey, can we have less peas next time and maybe more dessert? And then, hey, I really appreciate the fact that you cook every night. And those make those people feel loved. And the last thing is physical touch. We can do socially appropriate touch. Anything you do with a child, you can do with your partner, and it will make them feel loved. Hold their hand. Cuddle with them on the couch. I'm a dog. Scratch the back of my head. I just love that. It gets my leg going like crazy. And that's how we define love. I define that happiness is that when you can feel happy in someone else's happiness, You've now found love. It's no longer competition. It's about how you'll be together and putting your own partner's efforts first along with yourself, and then you'll be okay. Your marriage will survive. It will take some work, but the work is a lot easier than doing other things. My name is Matthew Hoelscher. I'm the founder of Parent Marriage Coaching, and thank you for your time this evening.